Absolute dominance from the India men's hockey team in the ongoing Asian Champions Trophy 2024 in China, because the latest match between India and Malaysia in the Asian Champions Trophy has ended, and it has ended 8-1 in favor of India. They absolutely hammered Malaysia in this encounter here, with Rajkumar Pal taking a hat trick. Fantastic performance from Rajkumar, who had opened the scoring for them, and then in the second half, also towards the halftime period, he had managed to score. Then he managed to score a goal when India scored the sixth. So, a hat trick by Rajkumar Pal has ensured that India have crushed Malaysia 8-1. It is their biggest win over Malaysia in the history of the Asian Champions Trophy when you look at it, because in the past, India had beaten Malaysia final in Chennai in the previous edition of the Asian Champions Trophy. But here they have absolutely decimated Malaysia 8-1. There was great support not just for Rajkumar Pal but also for Arejit Singh Hundal, for Harmanpreet, from all the others. Harmanpreet in particular, his penalty stroke towards the half-time mark ensured India sealed their stamp of domination. And because of that, fantastic effort from India, who continue to remain unbeaten in Asian hockey when you have to look at it. It'll be very difficult for any team to stop this Indian side, because looking at the balance that India has and looking at the defense that they have got, India is slowly but surely improving on certain facets when you look at it. Their defense peaked, although that one goal that Malaysia conceded, that Malaysia scored, ensured that it was a slight blip for India. But apart from that, look at the records that India is accumulating. They managed to beat Japan by a big margin. They managed to overcome China in their first match. Now they have absolutely decimated the Malaysians 8-1. And that is the true indication of the fact that India men's hockey team in this new cycle are really going about their business in the most clinical way possible. Harmanpreet Singh, if you look at it, yes, he did miss certain penalty corners, but then, yes, he managed to convert one that mattered. And because of that, India have registered their biggest ever win against Malaysia in the history of the Asian Champions Trophy. They are unbeaten last year. They managed to ensure that they managed to win the tournament in a grand manner. And here also, they have started their campaign on an absolute high. 8-1. Now, heading into the next encounters that they have, there's a slightly tricky encounter coming up against South Korea, followed by the one on the 14th against Pakistan. Now, in the past couple of matches, when you look at it, India versus Pakistan has been woefully lopsided in favor of India. India managed to win on certain occasions by a big margin, and that's why Pakistan hockey at this stage is facing its biggest crisis at this point. Now, India, on the other hand, have once again re-established their supremacy in Asia. And for Malaysia, it represents a steep climb down. This was the same Malaysia team, if you look at it, 6 years ago, that had dumped India out of the Asian Games on sudden death penalty, 6-7. Now, this Malaysia team is a shadow of its former self. And even if you look at what happened in the Asian Champions Trophy, Malaysia had taken the lead and taken the initiative against them. But unfortunately, India bounced back at that time. And here, they just were never in the contest. So Malaysia, unfortunately, having to face a lot of problems. India, on the other hand, who will stop them in Asia? Japan is undergoing a crisis at this point. So is China, so is South Korea, so is Pakistan. There seems to be no team at this point in time who can stop the Indian men's hockey team in Asia. So looking at it, it is India versus Europe in the world of hockey at this point in time. So India have crushed Malaysia 8-1 with Rajkumar Pal scoring a hat-trick, Harmanpreet, Arijit Singh Hundal, all of them scoring goals and ensuring that their clean slate is maintained. Their next encounter is against South Korea tomorrow, and then followed by a one-day break, it will be the clash versus Pakistan. India have all but sealed their top spot in the semi-final race, so that is why 1 versus 4, it will be interesting to see what comes up in that. So India looking favourites to retain the Asian Champions Trophy and win it for the 5th time. They have won 4 prior to this. Now they may win it for the 5th time also. So congratulations to Harmanpreet Singh and the side for putting on a brilliant show against Malaysia. 8-1 scoreline. Truly is remarkable. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.